How can you, as an independent artist, balance your struggles with your successes for maximum impact in your social media content? Independent artists, is it good to focus on your struggle as an independent artist in your social media and in your content? I've been pondering this because I do interact with quite a lot of independent and work with independent artists, and on social media, on Threads and TikTok and Instagram, there is a lot of artists out there who are integrating into their story the fact that they're independent and how much of a struggle that can be and how much of a challenge that can be. Another word for struggle, challenge. And yeah, so I've been thinking about that and how that ties in with overall branding a little bit, and whether or not, you know, it's beneficial, whether it has pros and cons. And so I thought, let's ask ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT what it thinks, which I did actually. And this is what it said. It's quite interesting. It's got 4 really good sort of benefits to using this story as part of your branding. And it's also got sort of 3 potential downsides, and I'll talk about those in the second half of the video. So firstly, focusing on independence and struggles as part of your kind of story and as your content, ChatGPT says that it should be balanced and strategically executed. Here are some reasons why it can be beneficial. Number 1, authenticity. So it says sharing personal stories about your independence and struggles can make you as an artist seem more relatable and authentic, and that can resonate deeply with an audience. Yeah, fair play, you know. And I think actually, as a brand new artist, if you're still building your audience, still like you want to show people who you are as well as what you're doing. And I think if who you are is intrinsically linked with what you're doing and what you're making, then the 2 things need to be part of your brand and what you're talking about. Yeah, number 2, brand identity. Here we go. Emphasizing independence reinforces your brand as a self-made and genuine artist, which can attract fans who appreciate and support independent artistry. So that's a good point. If you're going for fans who appreciate independence, then it's good to focus on that. And you have to think, okay, what do music fans appreciate? Do people really love that, or are there a lot of people out there who actually don't really mind that you're independent? They'd rather just focus on your music, and there's people who just want to focus on established artists because there's a different thing going on there. So yeah, number 3. Did I do number 3? Number 3, inspirational. It's inspirational. So artists' stories of overcoming struggles can inspire and motivate fans, building a loyal and emotionally invested fan base. Good one. Yeah, loyal and emotionally invested. I think Taylor Swift's done a pretty good job of that. And number 4, unique selling points. So independence and struggles can differentiate artists from mainstream acts, highlighting their unique journey and setting them apart in a crowded market. Bit generic, that one. I think there are a lot of independent artists. That's also a crowded market. Yeah, it makes you unique compared to mainstream artists, but it doesn't necessarily make you unique in the community of independent artists, obviously. Potential downsides. Number 1, overemphasis on struggle. Constantly focusing on struggles can become repetitive or perceived as negative, potentially alienating some listeners. Fair point. If you're banging on about it all the time, constantly, people are going to go, all right, we get it, you're struggling. So yes, number 2, balancing content. It's important to mix in positive achievements and future aspirations to maintain a well-rounded and engaging narrative. Well-rounded and engaging. Yeah, I'll go with that. Have you even thought about what narrative you're putting together? Are you just chucking out content because you think, yeah, I've got to send something out there? Or are you thinking, what is my narrative and how should that content sort of relate to that? And how could you develop that over time? You know, the narrative will change. If you suddenly get a massive hit, you're no longer going to have this struggle thing going on. So number 3, audience fatigue. Yeah, a bit like number 1, you know, fans may eventually tire of hearing about struggles if it's the primary focus. So variety in storytelling is key. Just make it, I guess, more rounded rather than bloody hell, it's tough all the time. It is tough, but is that your main message? So yeah, to be most effective, artists should share selectively, highlight key moments for you that are particularly impactful or relevant, mix messages, combine stories of struggle with those of success and joy, engage with fans. This is good, actually. Encourage fans to share their stories of overcoming struggles, their own stories, creating a community of mutual support. So, support me, I'll support you, how can we share this together, etc. Yeah, really powerful stuff, and that's going to be a really good, I think, if you start that early and you're doing it in a kind of compassionate way, maybe, then that's going to help you sort of have the longer term fans or people who can sort of kind of champion you. And as you grow, they'll be like, yes, you're growing, let's do this. But ultimately, the final sign-off is that the approach should align with the artists, with your overall brand and goals, ensuring that your storytelling enhances your music and your connection with your fans. So if you've built a connection with fans doing one sort of narrative without really going on about struggle or challenges, do you really want to introduce that? I think ChatGPT's done a good job, hasn't it? It's definitely hit the nail on the head with some of the things I was thinking about. I think it's good to talk about what you're going through. I agree with what ChatGPT is saying, with the balance, and also not making it like a heavy chore for you to be making music, because then it's going to sort of cloud it a little bit, maybe. I don't know. What do you think? I'm going to post this article in a blog post on my website so you can read the points that it's made. That'll be in a link that I'll put somewhere. Yeah, add your comments. Let me know what you think. I think it's really interesting. Bye.